season here, but you feel like you've got a good sense of these teams yet?
Absolutely no. I mean, it's too early right now to tell. Now, some teams are still kind of coming into their own, so I think we need a few more games before we get a real sense of who the contenders are this year.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Jaren Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Williams in at the 3.
Tough to miss that man. Desmond Bane read the defense perfectly.
It had been a long time since Murray State had produced an NBA star. Ja Morant changed that narrative.
B.A., he certainly did. He's now the highest average scorer in the NBA out of Murray State. This dude is an animal, a walking bucket, if you will.
Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Clarkson. It's rebounded by Memphis. This game against Utah, the first time they've met this year.
And despite the difference in talent level, these teams were fairly evenly matched last year.
The shot by Dunn, no good.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Nifty move. And Bane lays it in.
Wow, one of the easiest assists of Morant's career. Good thing he keeps his head on his swivel.
Markkanen for 3. Williams grabs the board. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Outside Morant. Spins. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Such a gifted finisher. Ja can just will those inside shots to fall.
Markkanen outside. Just over a minute and a half in. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you.
Here's Morant. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
You know, some of Ja Morant's sequences remind you of a young Derrick Rose. He's that explosive.
So he gets them both. The Jazz have gone 0 for 6 from the floor. Shaky start. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Can they get it? Pure from 3-point range.
Well, we knew Markkanen could shoot, but the consistency right out of the gate has surprised all of us.
And here's Morant outside. He's off on that one. And that does it for the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
Well, Steve, this Jazz franchise has quietly been one of the most consistent teams in the West over the last 7 years.
You're so right, BA, and doing it without building a super team is the most impressive part for me. You see teams go on long playoff streaks, and they're full of superstars, but not those Jazz teams.
They've got Kelly Olynyk. Talen Horton-Tucker is out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Lauri Markkanen, and it's Collins in at the center position. That's the group for Utah right now. Jackson can't get it to go. And it's Collins with the ball for the Jazz. Trailing by 5. They're coming off that loss against Denver.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
Jackson the screen. Kennard passes to Aldama. From deep. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. It's stolen by Smart. Oh, Smart drives. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And the Jazz pushing it up now. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Kessler, he's checked in for Collins. Abaji comes in for Olynyk. Clarkson's checked in for Markkanen. And it's Dunn in for Horton-Tucker. Oh, Morant! Wow!
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. Morant into the lane.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
17 seconds left in the second. Here's Agbaji. That one's good for 2. Agbaji's got 4 points now in the quarter. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Yes! A Morant 3!
Smooth shot from Ja Morant. Coach has to love that confident play.
Done. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the first half, let's take an early season peek at how the Western...
You know, for the Grizzlies, it's still early, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but right now, they are easily the best team in the league.
Well, we knew they... Turning our attention to that first half for the Grizzlies. They find themselves in a close one.
Hey, yo, their offense has been clicking.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And teams running their offense through their star players. What's the balance there, keeping everyone else involved and engaged, Smitty?
You know, B.A., that's a tricky one. You want your playmakers making plays, but your defenders and role players, they play harder when they feel involved.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Taylor Jenkins. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Brandon Clark out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, a few years back, Marcus Smart was talking about how he'd love to follow in Hall of Famer Gary Payton's footsteps as the next guard to win Defensive Player of the Year. He spoke it into existence last year, winning that coveted award. But guys, you watch him play, his actions on the court speak louder than words.
No doubt about that, Allie. Thanks, good stuff there. Back to Kessler. Oh, stolen by Morant. Second half getting started, about a minute played. Kessler with a rebound. Utah trailing here. Here's Clarkson. And the layup is good off the glass. Clarkson's got his first 2 points.
Snappy dribble move by Jordan Clarkson. The defender just couldn't keep up.
Left side Morant. Kessler with a rebound. Utah has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. He shoots it. And again, it's Utah.
He can score as a pick-and-roll ball handler, something extremely rare for someone marketing size.
Come to me.
And here's Morant. 13 points in the game. Six to shoot. Williams from long range. Fires in the triple. Williams has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Grizzlies out in front, leading by 3. And time to step away. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Walker Kessler out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Chris Dunn. And it's Agbaji in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Now here's Morant, tightly guarded. Pass to Bane, just 5 on the clock. From deep three-point range, the rebound by the Jazz.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Here's Markkanen. The rebound by Jackson.
Great contest by Jackson, one of the premier defenders in the league.
Morant, the pass to Bane. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Markkanen against Jackson. Pass to Kessler. Kicks it out to Markkanen. The 3-ball. And another miss by Utah. From deep, Morant. Doesn't go for him. It's Markkanen on the wing. Defended by Jackson. Here's Agbaji. Kessler with it. Good D by Clark.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Good on the first. And that increases the lead to 6.
Desmond Bane can score from anywhere on the floor, and he also can defend multiple positions. Good job. Want to keep fueling that lead. Make your free throws.
Timeout call. The Jazz. They're losing by 7. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
It's hard to say whether they have enough time for a quick shot and a foul.
Clarkson. And it's good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
No fear from Jordan Clarkson. He found the bottom of the cup.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game. And you never want to say never, but in this case...
Yeah, at this point, I don't even know if divine intervention could turn this around.
You know, I'll tell you, Markkanen's not a guy you want to send to the line. Excellent foul shooter.
Both good from the line that time. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. And Utah calls time here. They're behind by 7. 19 seconds left to play in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
And time's running short. They just couldn't get over that hump.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
Here's Morant. And so it's Memphis winning this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory.